What is good, everybody? I am back, and today I want to talk about my favorite go-to distance driver for my backhand. So in one of my previous videos, I talked about my go-to forehand distance driver, which a lot of you probably know is the Halo Wraith, which are just these discs right here, the Halo Wraiths. Love them, absolutely love them. But I mostly just throw them on forehands because they are pretty stable and really can kind of get a flex line out of them, and they'll always come back, at least most of the time. But today I just want to go over my go-to backhand distance driver when I'm really trying to get the most distance as possible, which let me tell you isn't too far. I think I've hit 360, 365 a couple of times on my backhand, but I just want to share with you guys what I think is kind of the bomber disc, and when I can reach those distances, what I'm throwing. Before we get into this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I think we're at 210 subscribers right now. Really trying to push it to 300. You guys know what it is. All thanks to you guys. I appreciate all the support. If you could, just hit that subscribe button. All right, guys, now while you're here, my go-to distance driver, if I'm trying to get my max reach, get a nice S-turn, a hyzer flip, whatever it may be, it's going to be the Paul Macbeth Discraft Hades. Absolutely love this disc. If you're a beginner and you have one of these discs, you might want to throw these flat. You might get a little nice fade to the right and it come back left for a right-handed backhand player. If you have a higher arm speed, you're probably going to want to put this on a hyzer. Let that thing flip up, ride right, and come back left. This disc is kind of a touchy driver, I feel like. It seems like some days I throw this thing and absolutely rip it, and all it does is just go completely right. Other days, I get the nice S-turn out of it, which is obviously what I'm looking for if I'm going for max distance. So you really have to play with it. If you get one, or if you do have one, do a lot of field work with it. Figure out the angle you need to throw it on to get that really nice flight out of it. This is a 12-speed driver with a lot of glide, coming in at a 6. It's got -3 turn, has a small fade back with a 2 there. With these numbers, it is a pretty understable disc, which is probably why I can push this thing a little bit further, because it is a high-speed driver, but it is really understable, so that nice turn to the right is going to help me get my max distance. My brother Austin, who you've probably seen in some of the videos, he just picked one up. We were on the phone the other day, and he's talking about how dirty this disc is. His buddy Jordan throws it probably 450 feet, I think is what he told me. So I really do believe you can crush on these things. And as long as you find that nice hyzer angle for some of the faster arm speeds, I think you're really going to bomb one of these discs. I really think it's a go-to, and I think it's very reliable once you figure that angle out. One thing is for sure, you don't really want to throw these in headwinds. Headwinds make this understable, so throwing an understable disc into a headwind, just a no-go. I don't recommend it because it's probably really just going to dump right for you. Never have that come back. You want to throw something a little bit more stable in headwinds. So picking this up, don't expect to be able to throw this in all sorts of winds. On a calm day, I think is when it's going to be at its biggest potential and have the max distance you're looking for. With this being kind of harder to get, I think you can actually find these. I know I've said to try to go get a Halo Wraith before. They're a bit harder to find. You're going to have to pay, probably around 35 bucks just to get one of these right now. But these Hades, I think you can go probably find them at a lot of places online. I picked this one up at Hazy Shade, which is the local shop here in Dayton. And this one was 9 bucks. So I think that's way worth it. I honestly think if you get one of these discs, you're going to like it. Just take the time to get to know it, to understand the angles. Also, if you're just looking for a disc that's going to hold an anti-angle, I think this is a good disc. You do have to throw it a little bit harder because it's a 12-speed, but if you do throw it hard enough, it is just going to hold that anti-angle that you're looking for. Coming in at second for kind of my go-to drivers, I just want to talk about real quick, is a Champion Shrike. This one is super lightweight, which is why I think it's so understable for me. A little bit faster speed. It's got the same amount of glide and the same amount of fade, but it's a -1 instead of a -3 on that turn. But this thing, like I said, I think because it's so lightweight, it flies almost identical as this. Sometimes it's even more understable for me, so you might want to check one of these out as well. I know you can usually get these for sure. That I found this at my local shop, and it wasn't very expensive. So you might want to check out a Shrike. Definitely check out the Hades. I think you'll like either one of these. If you get a Shrike, maybe try to get one of the lightweight ones. I don't know how much that plays into factor, but I'm telling you, for whatever reason, these fly really close to the same flight path for me. Anyway, guys, that's all I have for you guys today. Go check out the Discraft Hades. I think you guys will enjoy those. Trying to get that max distance, pushing those a bit further than any of your other drivers. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Go follow ChasinChains_ on Instagram, where I post there daily, and we'll see you on the next one.